Tonight, the Coaster Patrol welcomes the Coaster King, Gerick Gooch, having ridden over 900 coasters on his way to 1,000. Let's roll!
Energylandia, Energylandia, Energylandia. GP Coasters from YouTube. Check it out at GP Coasters. Is that what it is?
GP Coasters on YouTube, Instagram, all the good places.
Right. Awesome, awesome. You ready to ride the voyage tonight?
There you go. I got you.
How can I not be ready to ride the voyage?
Awesome.
It's an incredible experience. Have you ridden Voyage from this?
No, this is my first time to Hollywood Nights, so this is my first time.
It's coming to see the first timers' faces when they get off of the voyage for the first time. So I have to see it because your jaw's gonna be down on the ground.
I know it is. I wrote it this morning and it was better than last year. I'm like, oh my God, it's better than last year. It was great.
They take care of these coasters here. They love them. They take care of them.
His vlogs are amazing. The Energylandia one's my favorite, so that's why we're singing that. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wednesday night, we are live.
Yes.
WWE Raw. Oh wait, no, hold on.
That's on Mondays. That's on Mondays. Are you gonna give us a promo, Eric?
Somebody's getting body slammed.
Just never forget Hell in a Cell. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
All right, so we are here, the normal Smoke and Thrills and Steps of Theme Park Plunge, and we got our special guest, riding over 900 coasters. There's very few people in the world that have that. I think there's I've heard somebody has 1,000. I don't know who it is, but I've heard of them. You know,
yeah, they're out there. I know a few people who are over 2,000.
Yeah, I do as well.
God, yeah. Whew. But
wow.
Yeah, I feel blessed that I've been able to travel a lot and get that 900 under my belt.
And you're also a filmmaker who's worked on several Emmy award-winning shows. Is that correct? Or is it Emmys?
Right. That's right.
Wow.
And Emmy award-winning shows, Oscar-nominated movies. Film is my passion. I went to film school and came out and moved to New York, worked in New York on a lot of big shows and had an awesome time, you know. And now I'm working on building my own stuff. So
look,
dang, all I've got is being killed by Rick in Walking Dead. That beats me by a long shot.
Piplup James, it's Gooch.
What's up, Jamie? What's going on, buddy?
JB's one of the few that are here for every show. We usually like
you were
start
a
warming up.
production assistant on SVU.
Yeah, that's right. That was the show I was working on when the pandemic hit and
in the
shut
criminal
the entire
justice system,
industry
there are certain
down.
offenses that are considered especially heinous.
Oh.
The dedicated men and women.
So you're wearing a GP Coaster shirt, right? GP Coasters. Man, you gotta watch his vlogs. You know, you gotta go to his channel, watch his vlogs. He has got some good stuff on that channel, and you got a fun crew. You're always very excited.
We're trying to put the thuzy in or the enthusiasm.
No, you should respect that. Steps never promotes me. So obviously your stuff is great.
Are you serious, Smoking Thrills?
No, I'm not serious.
Now, Eric, you got to remind me. We're social media friends, but I can't remember. Have we met in person?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. So
you both were at Hollywood Nights. That same one I was at.
Okay.
No, but we didn't somehow.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I know I've seen you around, and we became.
But to be fair, there were a lot of people at Hollywood.
Yeah,
you both live in the same town.
We both live in Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't. See? That I didn't even know, even from our social media friendship. I didn't know you were Atlanta crewman.
other words that'll not get us demonetized.
Yeah, we gotta go ride some Air Force One of these days, you know.
This is too dramatic. It's hurting my throat. Yeah, I agree.
That is a very dramatic outfit.
Yeah, that's what I wore to Epic.
I feel like that's what this shirt's missing. Is just like some buckles or something, you know. It's like,
buckles make everything better.
The colors make the shirt pop.
hey,
See, I got Fury 325 on.
Fury.
Which is not my favorite Giga, but probably my second favorite Giga.
What's your favorite?
Era.
I 305 is my favorite. Yeah. I like too many positive G's. I like the speed. That ride, nothing compares. It's just
To you?
Well, have you been on it? Have you been on it?
Yes,
I-305? Yeah, you, Eric.
You already know the answer to that question.
Okay.
You're setting me up to look like an idiot. That's what
No, it's all good, dude.
No, you already know the answer to that question. What you just did was setting me up to look like an idiot. You know what? I'm reporting you to internal affairs. That was inappropriate. The Coaster Patrol doesn't put up with
I'm sorry. You should go get the credit. Maybe that's what I want. I want you to go to Williamsburg and Doswell and get the credits.
I keep telling you that's the next trip.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't. You may still say Fury. There's a lot of Fury lovers out there.
I love Fury.
And I'm not talking furries. I'm talking Fury.
Yeah, there's one of those I love and the one that I have opinions on.
Opinions. I have opinions.
Jamie says Fury's still my number one.
Does it look like I'm committing crimes or something? Like I'm just in like a dummy office or something here? You know?
Why would it look like? Why are you? Because that's the
what
only
is
reason
this?
you would say that.
I know. What is this?
Are you worried about looking like that?
I'm just saying no one should be looking up my location right now. Okay.
Who's looking up your location?
Don't try to follow the stream. I know I see you over there hacking right now.
Me?
Looking like Neo up in the
No.
Yeah,
That was 45 minutes ago. I'm long past that.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I'm still moving into my home office, so I have nothing. You know, I got to get the good stuff on the walls.
Got all my nano coasters in my cabinet.
Nice, yeah. See, I knew there was something in that cabinet. You know,
and then my haunted Welcome Foolish Mortals. And
nice.
Oh, a Disney fan, I see.
9 3/4.
A Disney fan of certain things.
He's a track 9 3/4 kind of guy. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I do, however, have a beer. Is that fair? Is that safe for?
I had vodka,
You're
but I was
fine.
afraid to drink it on camera.
So before we get into Epic, man, since you're here and you've been on over 900 coasters,
Yeah.
so in order to do that, I'm assuming you have to make some sacrifices as far as what you're willing to ride. Would that be true?
Oh yeah. Listen, I know since you follow GP Coasters, you've heard us talk about C.W. McHorton, and C.W. McHorton is Credit Whore McHorton, and he is always at our service. So. Yeah,
So
we turned down no coasters. So yeah, I've ridden.
So did you
plenty
count the
of
Holodog?
Yeah, I've definitely ridden Holodog. I've ridden
That's the dog fart coaster,
a
right?
full array of SBF Visa spinners.
No,
No, Holodog is the kiddie coaster at Holiday
Never mind.
World.
Yeah, no, I thought dog fart coaster for a second.
I've
you been
ridden
on the
Dog Fart
DC?
Coaster as well.
Or it's not
Yeah,
the
I've ridden
BC
dog
anymore.
fart
What is
coaster,
it?
heck yeah.
Woodstock Express now is what it's called.
I've ridden the Dog Fart. So
You have.
yeah, man.
That's
Listen,
awesome.
I try to ride everything in the park. I'm not the guy who's like, no, I'm not getting on the kiddie coasters. I'm like, you kidding me?
I am
There's a
too.
credit.
I ride everything if I
All
can.
right.
Steps over here is like, I'm not chasing credits. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like, I will wait 45 minutes for
You've
that
seen my
miler, and you're
vlogs
gonna
where
watch me do it.
I walked by. I was at Great America a couple weeks ago, and I walked by Little Dipper. I go, I gotta go get that Little Dipper credit, and I go, nope. I'm not a credit whore. I'm not a credit whore. I don't need no Little Dipper.
So you don't have the credit? You don't have a Little Dipper? You know?
No.
No. Oh man. See, I had to because there's one mission for me right now. And I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, Kristen, but I am trying to ride every wooden coaster in North America on the continent, and
You've
I'm
been on
only,
Cannonball, obviously.
yes, I'm 3 away right now. I tried to do Zambezi Zinger last year, but it was not operating the day I was there. And I still got to do New Mexico Rattler at Cliffs in New Mexico. And later this summer, we'll be in Seattle, and I have to do the Timber Hawk at Wild Waves.
What about the one?
I've ridden every Woody. So you got to ride Little Dipper.
You've ridden the one that's not at Kings Island, that's in the Cincinnati area?
Yes, the ones at Stricker's Grove. I've ridden both of those.
Yeah, Teddy Bear and stuff like that.
Yep, I've ridden both of the Woodies at Stricker's Grove. I went to Ace event there because they have, they have an event there yearly. I was like, since they're only open 4 or 5 days a year, I had to pick my spot. Yeah, I got them. This is literally it. Three to go. So,
what's your favorite Woody at Kennywood?
At Kennywood?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. You gotta love that double down on Jackrabbit, but I think I probably still have Thunderbolt ranked a little higher.
I mean, I'm gonna ask the question that people are gonna want to know. What's your favorite Woody?
The Voyage, hands down. Hands down.
I'll give you a hot take. The Voyage untrimmed, number one. The Legend, number one above Voyage trimmed.
That's, you know what? I won't even call that a hot take. Not the way Legend's been running the last 2 years. I mean, my God, the work they did on
the layout of Legend so much. That Helix rips my face off.
Oh, dude, it rips, and it's been in better condition the last 2 years than ever. So I told Kristen that was a treat when she was there that for the first time for Hollywood Nights. I'm like, yo, these Woodies are running incredibly this year. So
yeah, that was my first time there as well.
Lot of people I know moved Legend up into their top 25.
I fell in love with. I did not like Raven at all. Like actual dislike, not even. I didn't care for it. Like full on hardcore. I will not ride that again. I did not like it.
They retracted like a lot of it over the winter. I saw some photos.
Don't care. Not riding it again.
Don't care. He's made up his mind.
Short hair, don't care.
I don't think it's that bad, but that's me. Everybody has their opinions.
It beat me up like I owed it money. I'm good.
So, all right. So, real quick, then, do you have a top three?
Yeah. I think currently I would say my top three is number one, The Ride to Happiness. Number two, The Voyage. Number three, Voltron Nevera. So that's 2 mock rides in the top 3.
Stardust didn't cut it.
Stardust is right behind, though. We have, I haven't put it in the rankings yet, and we'll talk about it tonight. But I think right after that I have Velocicoaster 4, Iron Gwazi 5. And it's going to be right in there, 4, 5, 6. I think it's going to be a trio.
Ridden those Europeans are lineup. We seem to have similar taste because that's pretty much my lineup. Missing the European coasters. Okay,
yeah, and Helix is like just outside my top 10. So yeah, if you've gotten to go to Europe and ride the real premier mock thrills, you see that they can do something. So I'm glad that they brought Stardust Racers to America.
I was shocked when I finally got to ride Phantom's Revenge last year.
Yeah.
That's in my top 10, and I don't think it's in a lot of people's top 10, but I was like, holy crap, this is like one of the best hypers I've ever been on.
That's awesome.
I absolutely loved it. But my top 3 is probably Voyage, I-305, and I have to say Velocicoaster because I think about it all the time. Okay. I really have to move Velocicoaster up. I think about Velocicoaster constantly.
Which is why it was impressive that when we talked after you did Epic that you were like, I think it is right there neck and neck with Velocicoaster. Because you and I talked, and that was my first opinion. I told Kristen right after I left the Epic, I was like, I just wrote it the first couple times. I like to let it sink in a little bit. But first instinct, I feel like I still give the edge just slightly to Velocicoaster.
I do as well. And after days, I do as well.
Okay.
I went back and wrote it again after Stardust just because I wanted to go to Islands. And I was like, yeah, I like this better.
There you go. And I didn't get to ride Velocicoaster on either of my Epic visits. I went for 2 team member previews. So I didn't get to do like same day or even in the same trip.
So it was the next day. I just had time to go back over to Islands for like half a day because I had a flight. But I was like, I want to get another ride on Velocity just to compare. Literally all I rode. I went into Islands, rode the Lost Coaster, and left for my flight.
This is not my POV. This is East Coasters. He went ahead and broke the policy, not me. But credit to East Coasters for doing it and putting the POV up. I just thought, hey, if we're gonna start talking about Stardust, I mean, we could.
We were supposed to make a video at Fun Spot this weekend, and I had to leave earlier than I thought. I was annoyed.
Oh man, yeah.
Me, him, and Zooter. But
Zooter Loopers.
It's a good ride, man. Are we moving into epic discussion now?
Yeah, that was a transition point.
that was the transition.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well go ahead since you're talking about the count and how I just passed 900, and I'll tell the folks that number 900 was Stardust Racers. So,
green or yellow was number 900.
Green. Stardust Green was 900.
The better side.
That's what it seems a majority of people think.
I like green is more intense, yellow is more it's more floaty.
Yeah, Blue Man came on the show and he said a couple weeks ago, and he said yellow's the best side, go left. And so when I went through, I went left because I only had a chance to ride one side because I was with my son. And so I rode yellow, and I was like, holy shit, this has got a lot of airtime. I was like, I had a really good time. So I don't know how yellow is going to be beat, but we'll see. I'll ride green in June when I go.
That's right.
It's really hard to pick. I mean, they're so close.
Oh, they're both great.
I mean, they're green is slightly more intense. The airtime is just, there's a couple airtime moments that pop just a little harder. But I do definitely prefer this part that you're about to show right now, the celestial spin on yellow, because you go up.
And then
the yellow side
from that angle is beautiful.
Exactly. You look at the people above you and you're distracted. Then suddenly you get pulled as it turns over and dives to the ground. So
the one part of yellow I liked more than green was the celestial spin, but otherwise I prefer green. But they're both fantastic. They're both fantastic. However, Monsters is my favorite ride in the park, even having ridden Ministry.
Oh, nice. Okay. I did not get to get on Ministry during my
visit. A fully functioning, no breakdown, no error, no issue ride on Ministry.
Wow.
Can we talk about Ministry in a minute? Can we finish talking about Stardust?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. I thought so. Here's basically the highlight to me was those launches. I've not been on anything that was as good with the launches, because those launches, they just don't launch once. It like launches and then it launches a second time. It was like the most badass launch I've been on.
Spoiler alert.
Accelerator is still my favorite launch, dude. Accelerator pulled my organs out of my body.
You can't really spoil a roller coaster. Like, you have to experience it to get it. That's why I don't.
I mean, you got to feel it. You're right.
Yeah. So, like, I can watch
a lot of people
all day long.
Don't even know that. Like, I did not know before my first ride. And
I didn't either.
I remember on that first launch. I was kind of literally halfway through it. I was like, "Are we about to roll back?" Because I was like, I don't feel like we're going fast enough to go over this top hat. And then all of a sudden it kicked into second gear. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
dang.
I don't think it punches as hard as Velocity.
No.
Coaster doesn't have the double hit, though. That's
the initial hit punches harder than the double hit.
Yes. Yeah.
And Accelerator punches harder than all of them. Just as an aside.
Well, wait till you go on Max Force.
Just saying, Accelerator's launch left my organs in the station.
Yeah, well, I went on the original dragster.
Max Force will do that to you too.
Max Force is like 0 to 80 in like a second, and then it's like then the rest of the ride you're like, that was the best part. The launch, like literally,
the launchy boy at Magic Mountain. That's how I felt about that. I can't remember his name. Full Throttle.
Yeah.
Lame launch coaster. Awful, terrible, bad launch coaster. Anyway, Epic Universe.
Yes. So I really loved the launches. That was great. And then obviously all the little airtime. And I don't think it gets any taller than like 160 feet.
On Stardust, it's 133. 133. Because I looked that up when we were there because someone was asking me if it was taller than the top hat on Velocity, and Velocity I think is 155. So I was like, no, it's not tall. It's not taller or faster, but that airtime is strong.
Yeah, they definitely made a different ride than Velocicoaster, and that's why I said it's close. But see, the issue with it that for me that gives Velocicoaster the edge is like that view from the top of the top hat where you're looking down on the Jurassic Park building that was from the Jurassic Park movie, and you could see like all of Islands of Adventure, and then you just drop down, and then you go into that like stall, and then that Mosasaurus roll. I'm like. And the theming, like all of it combines to like just it has like the ultimate roller coaster experience, really. Like it has all the things going for it. Stardust didn't have much theming. It has the flux capacitor on the back and the cool lighting effects at night. Right. It's a beautiful coaster. I think it's the right coaster for Epic Universe. It is in my top 10. It's a wonderful coaster. I feel spoiled though when I go to Universal because I you get a lot of top tier coasters just going to Universal. I even think to me Hulk is one of the stronger B&Ms. I think.
I mean, it's got that old school B&M intensity.
All right, here's where we're gonna fight. I don't like Hulk at all. I find Hulk boring, a little too rough for its own good. And not worth waiting for.
Well, you haven't read Wildfire at Silver Dollar City yet because Hulk's basically Hulk's a better version.
Shots fired.
I've ridden plenty of rough. I've ridden Firebird at Six Flags America. That's a piece of garbage.
Wildfire at Silver Dollar City is basically the same ride without the launch.
Oh, so it's not. Firebird doesn't have a launch. What?
Yeah,
Hulk has a launch.
Oh, Hulk has a launch, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eric, as some of my friends say, Firebird's the best B&M in Maryland.
Well, I was the best person in Maryland when I was there. The bar is very low.
Firebird used to be Iron Wolf.
Yeah, from your part.
Yeah, I've been on Iron Wolf.
Yeah, from your part. America got all your Great America hand downs because they weren't great anymore.
Yeah, you know why I loved Iron Wolf though?
Hey, we're making America great again. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go show myself.
I loved Iron Wolf because the other stand-up I was on when I was younger was at King's Island, the King Cobra. And so
I
Iron
remember
Wolf
Viper in Six Flags Georgia, which isn't that at all.
Yeah,
the Georgia Scorcher.
I rode Viper.
No, Viper.
Did you ever ride King Cobra?
No, that was a Togo?
That's the Togo,
right?
Yeah, with the bicycle seat.
I never went to Kings Island back before I was a Thuzy, so like not when I was a kid, I didn't go. But I did ride the same thing at King's Dominion because Shockwave. Yeah, so I rode that garbage.
I'm sure we've all been on the one remaining Togo in America. Yeah,
in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's still a Togo in Vegas.
It's the New York coast.
In New York. Yeah.
That one's not that old, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
That Vegas is that one place that has one credit I wish I could have that I will never get.
Canyon Blaster, not Canyon Blaster.
I want Desperado.
It is Canyon Blaster. That thing goes pretty
Canyon
hard.
Blaster. Yeah,
that thing goes pretty hard, dude. Like unironically.
I think that's probably the best aero corkscrew that's remaining.
Yeah, that thing goes nuts, actually.
Yeah.
Have you been a Desperado?
Nobody's been on Desperado.
I did. I got on.
Is it as good as Magnum? Or is it harder?
No.
Okay.
It was an interesting layout, but it was when did I ride? I think I rode it in like 2018 or 2017, one or the other, and it was rough.
It's never gonna open again.
Yeah, it was in bad
shape.
We're
off topic, guys. When
you got a whole bunch of
so anyway, Desperado at
Universe, they tore it down, they rebuilt it at Island of Burke. All right.
I did not step into Isle of Burke because my son was not interested.
No.
Yeah, I went to all the lands at least. I didn't ride anything in Nintendo because I found it extremely overstimulating and the lines were too long for me to deal with. So I walked in, looked around, and left. But I rode. That's Minecart is the only credit I didn't get because it was 100 minutes with a capacity single rider line, and I was like, no.
Well, what were your standout moments then? Or is it the same as mine, or you guys had different on Stardust?
Ministry.
Well, I'm talking about on Stardust.
Oh.
What was your...
The Celestial spin.
Celestial spin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Celestial spin. It's pretty dope.
I loved the launches themselves. I loved the double launch, but I never felt the punch that I want to feel from a launch on either of them.
Okay.
Like I want to launch that, like, boom, you know what I mean? And I'm like, like that's when I'm like, oh hell yeah! I didn't get that. The launches are too smooth, but that's not a bad thing. It's just not to my taste. Like I said, Velocicoaster's launches, when they hit, you're like, let's go, baby. the Stardust launches, you're like, oh yeah, we're having fun. But I wasn't like, holy God, it's about to go down. Like the Velocicoaster launches make you like feel things like, oh man, that's too fast. And I love that.
Yeah, I'll have to write it after going to Islands when I go in June, because I'm going later in my trip in June. So at least then I could compare a little bit more fair, because earlier before that I was on Donkey Kong Minecart and Mario Kart and Yoshi's Ride and all that stuff. So yeah. So
Eric, even if you would have gotten in the 100-minute line for Minecart, it was risky because that ride was going down so often. Like, you might have waited 90 minutes and then it broke down. You'd have been.
I've got 2 days in June, so I figured I would just enjoy myself this time.
Yeah,
and then get Express Pass when I'm back in June, and just
there's no Express Pass for Donkey Kong.
I mean, for everything, it's fine. Well, that means even more time that I can actually allot to Donkey Kong, because it's, you know what, I'll get it done in June. It's fine. And I'm sure they'll probably have a lot more issues ironed out by then.
They were closed today on Donkey Kong.
They were closed on about everything today.
They closed down Stardust. They closed down Donkey Kong.
Anyway, pay us full price for tickets.
Ministry's closed from the 10th to the 16th. They're fixing their problems. They had all the guinea pigs go through, and now they're like, let's fix this. Like, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Stardust
is actually care for furries. We don't have to do that. I'm just kidding. Go on.
So anyway, Stardust is getting, I think it's pretty accommodating now, but they're actually putting in some more accommodating seats on Stardust. Like, this is going around the plus side riders group. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how many.
Apparently
they're on site.
People have a problem on it.
Yeah, but there's still people that are complaining in the plus size rider group, and apparently they were told that they are going to put in that they have them on site, that there's going to be some bigger seats for them by opening day. So I don't know how true or false it is, but multiple people have said this story that have been to Epic that have asked, and so I don't know. But I thought it was fairly accommodating. I did think it was a little bit tighter than Time Traveler. I don't know why. It's pretty much the same seat. But, you know, there you go. I did get to Ray. So.
What did your son ride that too?
No. He sat there. He sat on the bench by the thing and played on his phone. I got on it in 15 minutes. Like, it was quick.
Nice. Yeah.
I probably could have gone on and done the other side, but I was like, I'm not doing that to my kid. I'm here to spend time with my kid. And I wanted to go before it opened with my kid because I knew that he wasn't going to be very patient. And I just was like, this is the time. I need to take him now. That's part of the reason why I bought a season pass last summer when we went. And I was like, okay, we got to get it done. So we did. And, you know, I went to Universal, rode a bunch of the movie rides and things like that, stuff that he was willing to do. And then went to Epic, and I got on one. Well, I went on Donkey Kong, so technically I got on 2 roller coasters. Donkey Kong was his favorite ride, but Steve, Donkey Kong Country is like his favorite game right now. Okay. So you know, I absolutely love the Donkey Kong Country Land, other than the whole fiasco with the ice cream,
with the cup. Yeah. If you don't know, Gooch, I have a gluten allergy. And there was somebody in line that was eating a Donkey Kong cup full of banana ice cream. So people have said, hey, they got this or whatever. So I go over there and I say, I just want to get ice cream in a cup. And they're like, oh no, we don't make any modifications. And I'm like, okay. And I go, but I just saw this other guy, and they're like, we don't care. We don't do any modifications.
So I said, okay, fine. Give me the Donkey Kong, whatever this is, waffle cone, the banana. Give me all of it for my son. And they're like, do you want the barrel mug? And I'm like, yes, I do want that. And just give me the whole thing. And then they go, would you like us to take the peanuts off? And I was so I was like so mad.
You're like, dude.
And I was like, I was like, I don't want this to ruin the trip. So I posted some stuff on the pass holder Facebook group, and then I let it go the rest of the day. And I just, because the little things matter, man. They do. Now I've done some research. Nintendo technically doesn't allow them to make any modifications. That's a deal they have with Nintendo. Okay. Like they have a gluten-free bun. If you go to Toadstool Cafe, which I got a Luigi burger. They did that, but the only modification was a gluten-free bun. So they got rules, they got contract with Nintendo that they're supposed to follow. Not everybody's following it because people are getting just the ice cream at some points, depending on who the person is. But it is what it is, and it stinks because Donkey Kong Country's hot because there's not very much shade in that park. And then you wait 2 hours for Donkey Kong roller coaster, and then you get off the ride. You're like, I just wanted banana ice cream.
I hate bananas.
Well, you don't care what it is at that point. You're just like, ice cream sounds good.
Yeah. Gross. You guys are weird.
To be honest, water would be fine, but there's nothing else in Donkey Kong Land. The only thing they don't even have bathrooms. They just have the ice cream.
They do have a water fountain. I went to the water fountain in Donkey Kong Land next to the gift shop.
Okay. Well, I guess you could go hunt around.
And had very low pressure, but it was there. It was present.
So anyway, now that I've gone off about the ice cream again.
Man, y'all should have experienced my experience with ministry. My God.
Okay, he wants to talk about ministry. Should we let him talk about ministry?
Yes. Let's hear about some ministry.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it actually.
Did you get the full ride experience?
I did.
No problems.
Okay. There were no issues. Everything worked. Everything was functional. It was getting on the ride that was the problem.
How did you explain to him how you managed to get on the ride?
So I got on the Facebook group and offered $20 the first person that would put me in their group. and somebody DM'd me and was like, "You don't have to give me $20, but I like your chutzpah. I'll give you a 5-person BQ because I'm leaving the park due to a family emergency." And I was like, "Let's go, brother."
Did they actually
say that? And he gave me that, and then he sent me the QR code, and I added it to my Universal app. And then I grabbed a bunch of people I had met throughout the day. Like there was a couple that grabbed me and had expresses for hiccups, so they let me skip the line with them. And so I called them and was like, "Hey, I got it. Meet me in ministry." And then there was another girl that I met, and I was like, "Hey, you were cool to me. Meet me in ministry." And so I couldn't fill the last spot. I looked desperately for a single rider, but I couldn't find one. But I filled 4 of the 5 spots, myself included, with that generous BQ, and I didn't have to pay $20. But I put that post up, and everybody was mad at me, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm more clever than y'all. I don't know what to tell you." I was sitting there like, I can't solve this problem. You know what I bet could? $20.
I just like that somebody told you that you had a lot of chutzpah.
Yeah.
I found out.
I feel like somebody came up to you, "Son, you've got a lot of moxie. I like
the cut of your jib.
I like the cut of your jib. Yeah, what was this guy straight out of like the 1940s, bro?" He's like,
"We're headed to the Nickelodeon after the park if you want to tag along."
Right.
Did you know you could guarantee yourself a ride on ministry if you pay for the $600 private tour?
Yeah, you can also do it if you break one of the rides while you're riding it. I'm just kidding, but you will get a pass.
So like when you were on your way, I go, "Eric, don't count on getting on ministry."
You don't know how motivated I am for things.
And I was on it. Right at every drop, I was right there. I clicked the time, and it was gone. I click it like instantaneously, and it started getting that bad like right when I went. Because I think the people that were there right before me, a lot of them got on, and then when I got there, they're like, "We're not opening till 3 anymore." So they haven't been opening until like 3 p.m. and then they've been running, I guess, at like they have like 20 some carts, maybe 22. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just hearing these things, and they're running maybe 7 of them.
Yeah.
So
I got in line at 7:10, and I walked out of the building at 8:55 p.m.
Just enough time to get on Stardust before to get a night ride on Stardust.
Delayed, and then we got onto a ride vehicle, and my seat, the seatbelt wouldn't come out of the thing. Like it wouldn't. They were like, pull the seat, and I was like, hey, bro, my seatbelt is not seatbelting. And he comes over, and he's like, and this actually pissed me off. Like I know that they're going through a lot, but this was like rude as sin. But they could, and they're pulling on it, and he turns to the whole crowd and goes, sorry, this guy broke the ride. Everybody off the vehicle. And people legitimately looked, and I was like, the seatbelt doesn't work. I didn't do anything. And they pull us off the ride, and they put us in a corner in the station. And they're like, you're going to get on the next one. And we sit there for no joke, 10 to 15 minutes watching other groups get on vehicles while we just stand there. And people are looking at me like, you did this. And I'm like, I didn't do, in the words of Tim Robinson, I didn't do shit. I didn't shit. The seatbelt was broken, my guy. No, but they had a maintenance guy come out and like put the whole in-service thing over the seat, and he was like, we can't send the car with a broken seatbelt. It just wait, the sensors will trip. We can't send it. So eventually I turned to a write-up after like 15 minutes, and I'm like, please put us on a vehicle. We have been standing here for 15 freaking minutes, dude, watching other people get on vehicles. And I'm not trying to be a Karen, I swear to God. I know you guys are stressed, but this is crazy. You have told us the next one for 10 full minutes now. Put us on a damn ride vehicle. And suddenly a supervisor appeared and was like, come with me. And I was like, thank you, for God's sake. Like the thing could break down at any minute. We waited 2 hours and you took us off of vehicle. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And you got all these people that are staking their money. Like they're like, why do these people get mad? It says that they're a technical rehearsal. Well, they charge these people, these families, $600 bucks. They probably really don't know. They're probably like, oh, I get to go to Epic.
That's what's driving me crazy is all these people in these groups that are like, well, if you read the website, actually, and they straighten their glasses to correct you on Star Trek, it's a technical rehearsal. And I'm like, let me lay it out like this. You go to the movies. And you go to see the new movie, and the guy at the ticket booth says, hey, by the way, the projector's faulty, and it may break down halfway through the movie, so you don't get to see the ending, but we full price, please. Every single person would go, that's crazy. But when it's a theme park, for some reason, it's fine, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's
when
weird.
It's $200, it's fine.
It's weird because they made it pass holders only. And I was like the second weekend of that, and it was pass holders only. And then like a day or two later, they go, anybody can go now.
It was like a day or two later. It was crazy how quick it was. Like I thought maybe the last few days before the 22nd, they'll just open it up to the public. But yeah,
straight up, I felt bamboozled because my day was the first day that the public was allowed in.
Wow.
And that I bought tickets for that before that was and I felt misled, to be honest with you. I felt some kind of way about it. Like, and people on the groups get mad at me for that. And I'm like, bro, no. Not only do you have a right to be mad about that, the GP has a right to be annoyed when they are in their hotel lobby and see a sign that just says, that's not the GP. But sees a sign that says, experience this new theme park before everyone else. And people are like, well, they should do their due diligence. F off. Steve and Kim from Iowa, who are trying to plan a vacation for their kids, are not going to do their due diligence about a theme park, dog. That's our hobby. They're accountants. You cannot expect them.
Well, it's one thing. It's one thing. It's one thing to have pass holders in and expect them to say, "Okay, it's a technical rehearsal." Yeah. It's another when you say, "Everybody, come on!"
That's you're saying the park is open. Basically, that's what that says to the GP.
And I know that. I mean, I'm sure Eric, you know, because you bought one, right? Those tickets weren't cheap.
No,
it wasn't like they were letting people in for $30 or something.
I paid
the rehearsal $50.
I bought 2 more tickets on top of that.
No.
So.
As a pass holder, I paid $135 times 2 for one for me, one for my son. You know, so and that's on top of this.
It wasn't cheap. I couldn't complain because I went during team member previews.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had the free tickets. So I was just like, I get what I can. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know. And I did not get the Monsters Unchained on the first visit. So
I love Monsters was my favorite thing of the day.
But luckily,
you liked it more than
invited back a second time, and I got to do that on the second.
I liked
time.
Monsters more than Ministry. Yes, I will say it on record.
And I didn't even. I'd say 2 or 3 of the animatronics weren't working during the ride, but I still felt like I had the whole experience. You know?
I love Monsters. It was really good. I got my son to go on Monsters. It was weird because like I'm standing outside the castle there, and I'm like, "Let's go." He goes, "I'm just gonna sit right here." And I go, "It's not a roller coaster." He goes, "What is it?" I go, "It's an animatronic show."
I would have grabbed him by the collar and be like,
he's like, "I don't believe
have
you."
a son anymore.
he's like, "I don't believe you." And so then I pulled up ChatGPT. I go, "What is Monsters Unchained?" And I showed him. It's an animatronics ride. And he goes, "You brought up AI?"
Do you know how much water you just wasted asking that question?
So he
has he been on Forbidden Journey? Has he been on Forbidden Journey?
No, he's not been on Forbidden Journey.
Okay, because then you would have had something to compare. You'd be like, it's the same kind of ride as that. Like it's the same ride system.
To be honest, I haven't tried to actually go through the line and get a Forbidden Journey, but I didn't think I'd fit, so I ain't go on Forbidden Journey. So he's never been on Forbidden Journey.
I will say that the ride, like if we're talking about the mechanisms and the like impressiveness and the scale of a ride, Ministry by 100 miles, no question.
Okay.
The physical sets and some of it blew my brain out of my ears. Like some of the stuff you're looking at that is actually there is like, how did they even? Oh my god! But I think the issue for me with Ministry was that the animatronics, well, pretty much the same animatronics that are on Monsters mechanically. So they move, but they're based on faces that I'm extremely familiar with. So my brain started like picking out the hyper dissimilarities. Like I was like, Ron's eyes look weird. Bridget's face looks kind of weird, and I couldn't stop focusing on the little weirdnesses, and so that did. But when like the Death Eaters show up and they're wearing masks, like that looked incredible. Like, and that's not a spoiler. Everybody knows there's Death Eaters in the ride. I'm not telling you.
You spoiled the ride for me.
Well,
anyway,
sorry. Grow up.
I know it's gotta be impressive.
Come on.
On my second visit, we got to do the queue walkthrough. So I did get to walk through the queue.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that's the most elaborate, massive queue that you've ever seen. Like, I never thought I was going to walk in there. And I kind of didn't even understand when people were saying the queue's open. I'm like, the queue?
Yeah. They're just showing that off.
I'm like, huh? But I'm like, okay, the queue's massive. It's not just a bunch of lines.
I didn't even get to see the house elf though when I rode the ride. There were so many breakdowns that they started diverting people past the house elf in the line and just getting under the station. So I've never seen the house elf, even though I've been on the ride. Like I've never seen the house elf. I've never been to the Gringotts queue, even though I've ridden Gringotts like 18 times.
Oh, dude, I have. The Gringotts queue's great, man.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
I will tell you.
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I'll tell you this. I had plenty of room on that Monsters ride. I was like, there was like air. I'm like, wow, there's lots of room on this Monsters ride.
I realized I accidentally recorded the audio of the entire ride because I put my phone away in my pocket without realizing it was still recording. So I have a 2
You're not even allowed to bring.
video.
You're not allowed to have anything in your pockets. You have to put it in the locker.
I literally filmed the guy loading me on the ride, and he was like, "Make sure your phone's in your pocket. It's on video."
Really? Because they have that locker, and they have like a
there's no metal detector on Monsters.
Not on Monsters.
Okay, but they gave me the locker, and I went in there and
I put all of my stuff in the
else.
locker.
Put everything in there.
But I have a zipper pocket, so it's like not a big deal to have my phone. But I didn't realize it was still recording, so I found a 2-minute video of just the audio of Monsters. That's nothing but blackness. And I was like, oops.
Recording in your pocket. Nice.
Coaster Kev.
Kev, what's up?
I already said hi to Kev, guys. That was 5 minutes ago.
I'm saying hi to Kev again because that's the last comment. Jennifer Lynn, good to see you. Coasters, Haunts, and Dark Rides from Ace, good to see you. Yeah, so there you go.
I like how we all have mutual friends that we don't know each other.
Well, Gerick is on the, and I'm pronouncing that right, hopefully, right?
Yes. You got
Yes,
it.
is
You
on
nailed it.
the Ace Ride With Us podcast, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'm one of their correspondents. So
you know Coasters, Haunts, and Dark Rides.
Coasters, Haunts, and Dark Rides.
Drama. I'm just kidding. He's in the chat. He's an Ace guy.
Oh, I see him in the chat there now. Coasters, Haunts, Dark Rides. He said Jackrabbit. That was his answer earlier. Yeah, that's. Yeah, if he's an Ace, Coasters, Haunts, Dark Rides, maybe I'll see you at.
He's like the Southeast regional guy or something.
Oh, okay. Then that's my region. I've got it. Maybe I just don't know that.
I too am an Ace member, and you didn't know me either, so that's fair.
Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't know everyone in Ace, but
We got
I'm dry humored and sarcastic.
Will Taylor.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
It's all love.
Will Taylor's lurking in the background. Okay,
He does that.
Like,
yeah.
so
he's like the animatronic on Curse of the Werewolf. You never see him.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I didn't ride Curse of the Werewolf yet, but when I saw it, I was like, this. I was not
impressed.
I was not impressed with what I saw. It's a mock spinner, and it's like they just decided they're like, less power, please, less power.
Yeah, I was utterly impressed. My favorite part of the ride, though, is the end show where literally nothing happens and you're just looking at an empty circus stage and a voice goes, "Now you're all werewolves." My entire train busted out laughing. It's so stupid.
I don't see why you would put a tame ride in the Monsters. I mean, it's the Monsters Land. I think that park could use one more killer coaster. I think they should have put a nice mock spinner in there, but oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, like an extreme spinner.
Yeah.
I would have loved that, but
look at that comment, Gerick.
What's that? I figured. Michael! Yeah, that's my guy.
I just didn't know his username.
That's my guy. I just didn't know his username. Yeah, that's our Ace Southeast rep. That's my.
See, I'm the odd person out here. I'm here in the Midwest.
I was just chatting with Michael at the Georgia Gold Rusher Media Day.
I was surprised at how much I liked Gold Rusher.
Yeah,
we're getting off topic again there.
Don't you come with my ADHD like that.
Right.
My medicine's wearing off for the day.
I also thought I thought Monsters Unchained was amazing. It was a great.
It's so good.
It's a great ride.
And I think because you were saying that you were worried that maybe you wouldn't fit on Forbidden Journey, I'm pretty sure the ride vehicles are the same.
The one in the Monsters is a little bit bigger.
Is it a little bigger?
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
It looks similar,
I'll tell you this though. I sat in the test seat, and the guy's like, "You can go wait in the line, and you might fit." And I'm like, "I don't know about that." So I just left. I guess like for me, I was like, I could go ride Hagrid's. I didn't like it's like, would you rather ride this or Hagrid's? And I'm like, Hagrid's every time.
Next topic of discussion: Hagrid's or Hiccups? Because I was shocked at how much I liked Hiccups.
I like Hiccups a lot.
I was like, okay, boys, let's go. What?
I think I'll give the edge to Hagrid's, but it is close. I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was shocked at how forceful Hiccups was. Like that thing kind of goes hard when it's it does some cheetah hunt stuff over the water, dude.
Dive under the bridge, like over the water, and there's awesome theming, like
there is.
in the ride, like during the ride. There's not a lot of coasters that have great theming during the middle of the ride, but that's one. Like you get a little storytelling moment in the middle, and
the animatronic at the beginning of it. I'm not even a How to Train Your Dragon fan per se. Like I have no problem with it, but I think that was the best land. Like walking around, that was more cohesive than anything else I saw. That felt like people spent the most time on it. Not only is it huge, it just all flowed. Like it felt like a real place to me. Paris is also amazing, obviously, but Isle of Burke, I walked in and immediately was like, whoa, I'm in a different place.
See, I spent a lot of time in Nintendo, and my mind was blown by Nintendo. So then when I went over to Monsters, I was like, why is this land so small?
Well, Monsters, but they have a huge expansion pad. I guarantee it's going to be bigger.
They need to, because it looks like a small little corner, and like that werewolf ride is right next to the castle.
I was told, Yeah, there's a creature, dark ride kind of creature.
Oh,
of the
wow,
Black
boat
Lagoon
ride.
is going to be kind of in between the manor and where the Burning Blade Tavern was with the windmill. That if you look, there's a big space back there, and that is the expansion for that.
You know where the gate to the expansion pad in Paris is, right?
In Paris, no.
Watch my video then.
It's in my video.
It's in my video.
Your epic
should
video
watch,
was pretty good, man. I do
you.
recommend going to Smoking Thrills and checking out his visit to Epic Universe.
I kind of all right, Paris.
I don't want to be unfair and tell people to listen to watch GP Coasters and subscribe, and not tell them to subscribe to my co-host Smoking Thrills. It's not fair.
You're right though.
Yeah. It's optional. Viewing is optional. Yeah, I'm trying to think like when you go in the Wizarding World, right?
So you know where the fountain is.
There's a little path that goes to the left, right, past Le Cirque Arcanu, and then there's the
Did you
path
see the fountain?
right.
The stone fountain.
Yes, yeah.
So next to that is an enormous gate that is locked off against the wall. An enormous gate.
I didn't remember seeing that. Okay.
But it was the proposed entrance to a second attraction that was going to be like a VR based, according to rumors, a VR based broomstick attraction based on the Fantastic Beasts film.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And it fell through, but they left it in the design, and it's a direct path to the expansion pad. If you were to go through that gate, you would find the expansion pad. I'm trying to find the picture of it.
Those are the biggest opportunities that I think they need right now. They need another ride in Harry Potter, because that one ride is not going to be enough for the Harry Potter enthusiasts.
Harry Potties.
The Harry Potter.
And the monsters, they should have made that spinner more intense. That park needs one more intense roller coaster. It really does. And it would have made the like.
I was gonna ask you, do you remember when you rode Curse of the Werewolf?
I didn't ride it yet because I saw it.
Oh, you just saw? Okay.
I went out. I chose monsters
Facebook messages.
I'll say this. I think it's just the way the track is profiled and the design of it. The front car and the back car spin more. So if you want a little bit more thrilled, you got to try and get in the front or the back.
Well,
Consistently, people were saying that. Front was spinning, back was spinning. The middle two cars were pretty much not doing much. So
I was stationary for the most part.
Yeah.
I feel like if I go on it, I'm going to wish I was on Time Traveler.
Garrett,
that's basically what it looks like to me.
Check your messenger real quick. I sent you a picture of that exact gate that I'm talking about, and see if you know what I'm talking about now.
All right, let me take a look.
Am I wrong? Will I not wish that I was on Time Traveler instead?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay. Clearly was going to be an attraction entrance.
You're not wrong. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't even pay attention to that.
Be there.
I think the steps threw me off.
Well, I should probably put this up on screen now, Eric. If you're going to talk about
other
it,
people can see.
No, they should. It's interesting. I'll send it to you as well. It's it actually was apparently going to be the.
It's in your video, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, cool. I have your video up. I could just do that.
Too. I actually say, if you don't know, this was going to be the entrance to the second attraction.
All right. What time is it? Near the end?
Oh Lord, I don't know.
No, you have
near the beginning. I went to there. It is. There it is. It's right there. It's right there.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, I didn't notice it because we waited in line just on the right side of the screen there to go to the bar. There's a bar that's right over there.
Is that Blue Man? Was Blue Man there? I see no blue there.
Right?
Yeah, he was playing drums with glowing paint in them. It was crazy.
Dude, you want to see, like, you were so hype. I feel
I
so
was
good.
beyond hype, dude. I've waited 6 years for this park.
You know what? I'm gonna just show your intro real quick to show you how. Can I show how hype you were?
I mean, yeah, I guess. And
then you gotta go watch. Then you gotta go watch the video. This is just
watch my face turn red as you do this.
Yeah.
You got audio, right?
Oh, that's my guy. That's
I love that guard, dude.
The greeter, man. That guy was awesome.
Well met, travelers. It's
The
finally
audio is broken coming through here. Yes.
You know exactly where we are. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh man, there's no words. I've waited so many years.
So pretty.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna freaking cry, guys. Like, I might actually, for real. Oh my god. I'm not gonna hyperventilate, I promise.
There's something in my beard, and I don't know what it is. It's really just bothering me now that I watched the video. It's only there for like the first 15 seconds.
This is gonna be sick. Well, preview days have apparently been hit or miss, but I'm so grateful to be here right now, y'all, at Epic Universe, at Universal Orlando, for pass holder previews, I guess now public previews. Save me your opinions on that in the comments. I don't really care.
All right, we got.
That's a good place to cut it right there. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, you know what?
Show the gate after all of that.
I was, dude, go to Smoke and Thrills and watch the freaking video. It's a teaser to get people to know.
Video, man.
You want to watch the whole video?
No, I don't. It's fine.
No, go to Smoke and Thrills.
I thought you were going to be so defiant. You're like, screw it. 21 minutes. Let's go.
No.
Well, this is your new podcast, Kristen. This is kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000. It'll just be the three of us watching each other's vlogs and roasting
honestly,
each other.
We should do like a reaction to things. We should watch in Park Susie's content and make fun of him going, wee woo, the elements are happening, wee woo, and then get banned.
Wait, are you talking about Theme Park Review?
I don't know who I'm talking
You
about.
just said
If I
wee
say
woo.
wee woo.
That sounds like somebody that, yeah.
Whoever that guy is that bans everybody from his group for saying
All right.
whatever.
I have been to one of his events. I had a good time.
He called me toxic because I said
I don't know what happened to him. I don't want to get into it. I heard some things happened, and I'm just gonna stay out of it. But that's it. That's where
Well,
I'm
our
leave it.
podcast is now banned from his Facebook group. You're welcome. All right.
Thanks for ruining my day.
I actually saw someone the other day say in a group, it's a rite of passage to be banned from that Facebook group as a Thursday.
I hear about so many people going through that, so it must be a rite of passage.
Will, are you talking about when I was in the line doing this one? That was before Stardust.
Man, so
Anyway, what was your favorite ride, Gerick, at Epic?
Stardust.
What was it, green? I guess.
It's so hard. It's so hard for me to pick. Yellow or green. I don't know.
I'm fascinated to hear
so
once you get on Ministry how you feel about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, I really am because it's a
he's
better
been on
ride
over 900 roller coasters.
I'm talking about ride, because I mean you can be on 900 roller coasters and still appreciate a technological marvel of a dark ride. I mean, it's not.
I didn't say you couldn't, but could it be better than a roller coaster?
Yes.
Yes.
In certain cases,
it would be tough, but yeah, that's
I think Monster Mansion is the best ride at Over Georgia.
Wow.
It's either Monster Mansion or Goliath.
Goliath is big to me. I said what I said. Fight me.
Goliath's a great hyper.
No, I love Goliath. I think it's fine. I like Goliath.
Top 3 hyper for me. Goliath. That's a good one.
Yeah, I would say that too. But I think that I like I don't know. I like Batman more than Goliath. Because we have the best Batman.
I haven't been on Batman for a while, but
if you've been on a number of Batman clones, you will die on the hill that Georgia has the best Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's somehow just infinitely more forceful and faster and better. Goliath is a great ride. Again, don't get me wrong. I'm like, it's fine. I mean, it's good. I like it.
For me, Diamondback is up there too. They're pretty close. And the Steel Phantom.
Kev says Goliath is top one hyper.
No, and you know what? I'm not mad at you for thinking that. Those airtime pops at the end are great. However, I'm incapable of graying out. I can't gray out. It's never happened.
You've not been on I-305.
I don't. It just doesn't happen.
Have you been on triple loop?
To lose myself. I just can't seem to gray out.
Yeah,
I've grayed out on I-305 and triple loop.
Believe me, I've wanted
That's
to.
about
I've
it.
ridden so many rides where people are like, "This part's gonna get you," and then it happens, and I'm like, nothing happened."
I might have grayed out a triple loop just because my shoulders were going bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, no, that thing was trying to kill you actively. I imagine I too would gray out if somebody was punching me in the head repeatedly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're hey, listen, I think my buddy Dewey just said that the other day. He was like, I don't know, it might sound crazy, but maybe Batman is the best coaster at Over Georgia.
That's my opinion. I think the Batman clone at Over Georgia is the best coaster at Over Georgia. Yeah. And I think Goliath is a close second. Don't get me wrong. I like Goliath. Again, I have no problems with Goliath. It's a great ride, and I'm happy to ride it. But people are like, it changed the game. I'm like, it's a really good hyper. Calm down.
I love hypers though. Hypers are great. Like that's probably why I like Stardust too, because it rides like.
Thank you, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, it's interesting.
Michael says Monster Mansion is #1 in that park. There you go. I mean, it is the most unique thing I think at any Six Flags park.
I was shocked. I wrote that with Jamie, funny enough, when I was there, and I'm on that ride and I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is at a Six Flags?
Dude, you haven't been on it since the refurb this year. They redid the entire thing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful again now. All the animatronics are working. They had the actors record new voice. This has nothing to do with Epic Universe. What am I doing?
I'll have to come down and go with you two. How about that? We'll all go to Over Georgia.
And they have costume characters in the park now.
They do. You can meet
from that
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Not Bugs Bunny.
Billy Bob. And
you can make Marshall T. whatever his name is.
Is it Marshall Billy Bob? I can't remember his name right now.
I don't know how much.
Don't go into Mars. We do all stand Monster Mansion, Piplup. It's an iconic ride.
I don't know.
But Epic Universe, we have to, guys. We have to lock it in.
Fine, Eric.
Okay?
I was talking about Over Georgia now, but fine.
Yeah, it's a Florida Georgia line. It's a Southeast Florida.
It's a Florida Georgia line.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing a Southeast podcast right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So Wild Adventures in Valdosta. I'm just kidding.
All right, have a good night, guys. It's a good time.
What's the one? There's one other one in Georgia. Cannonball Run or something? What is it?
Lake Winnipesaukee.
Lake Winnipesaukee, Bob. What about Bob?
Lake Winnie.
Lake Winnie.
Yeah, with the weird log flume that hits the actual lake. That makes me
get
some kind of disease.
All right, back to Epic Universe. So your favorite ride was Monsters Unchained.
And
his favorite ride is Stardust.
Stardust Racers, yeah. Monsters close second. And of course, I haven't done Ministry, so
I know, but I'm saying that's why, based on your opinion, because I value it, I'd really be curious how you feel about that list after you write.
Okay.
If I have to take my unbiased opinion, because I really enjoyed doing Super Nintendo World with my son, I'm going to say it's Stardust Racers.
Okay. Yeah.
Monsters is good. Don't get me wrong, but if I go to Islands of Adventure, you know what ride I'm going to first and last? Velocicoaster.
You're saying there's a reason I was so happy. I mean, I devoted myself to horror at a young age. I mean, I've got Cthulhu eating a heart on my arm. I've got a jack-o'-lantern. I've got fear in Japanese. Horror is my life. So Dark Universe was the first place I went. I was so ready for Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Like Dracula and the Wolfman and all that. I was so happy to see the Phantom at the beginning. I didn't know my boy the Phantom was going to be in it. I was like,
they did have not Swamp Thing. Why am I thinking Swamp Thing? The creature of the Black Lagoon on the Monsters Unchained ride, though. He was on there.
He was in there for sure. They got pretty much all of them. I don't think they missed anybody.
That Dracula's was amazing. No spoilers, but that Dracula was amazing.
The Dracula's, it's very impressive.
They were all.
That was the pre-show animatronic.
Side note: I thought these
pre-show animatronics.
Okay, spoilers. If anybody doesn't like spoilers, cover your ears. The Wolfman scene where he's crawling above you and you can hear him on the wood going. Like I was like, this is so cool, dude.
Yeah.
How long did you wait for it?
10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Same.
Nice.
In the standard queue because I heard everything about it and I wanted to actually wait to see it. You know,
people are complaining today that Monsters Unchained was like a 20-minute wait, and then the werewolf was like an hour.
minutes. Oh,
They were
God,
complaining it was 20 minutes because the werewolf was over an hour, and I think I was like, it's probably capacity.
Yeah,
It's probably a capacity thing.
No, I waited longer for werewolf than monsters, no question.
Kristen, I'm curious, since you spent so much time in Super Nintendo world, did you guys get power-up bands? Were you doing all the did the whole deal?
Here, I'll grab it.
Donkey
Kong. He got Diddy Kong. So when I walked, it's funny because
I tried Diddy Kong.
I was talking to my son, and before I went, and I said, "Hey, do you want to get one of these power up bands?" He goes, "Oh no, just hand me the cash. We don't want any of that. I'll just want the money."
You know what?
Yeah. He's 14. Okay.
Yeah. How much does that cost? Yeah, I'll just take the cash.
So then we get there. We walk into the park. We're walking in the park.
Honestly.
And there's a coffee area, like a coffee shop cart, like out in front of the, like right when you walk in the park. He's like, "That's where you get the power up bands." I'm like, okay. So I just go over there. I didn't even ask him what he wanted because I already knew he wanted Diddy Kong because Diddy Kong was his guy. And I go, give me a Diddy Kong and a Donkey Kong. And they're like, that'll be $90.
Yeah, I didn't get one at all because I don't. That part doesn't interest me even in the slightest. I can just watch other people doing that, and I'm perfectly fulfilled.
I had so much fun doing those mini games, though. They have like an extra one that after you earn so many, you can go fight Bowser Jr. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed it, and I don't regret it. I do think that it's a moneymaker for them to sell you a $45 slap bracelet. But
if it costs $20, I'd do it, but I'm not doing it for $45. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Yeah, well, that day I got my money's worth. If I only ever use it that day,
it's like the thing that they want to do, I get it completely. Like I get that completely. But I'm like a grown man.
But see, do you have a Harry Potter wand? Do you have a Harry Potter wand?
No, I don't care about that.
Okay, good. I was waiting for you to be like, yes. I don't have a Harry Potter wand. That's not my. See, we both like Nintendo, so like I could get into that. But I would never buy a Harry Potter wand.
Harry Potter more than Nintendo. I have a Voldemort wand from back when Wizarding World initially opened.
So you do have a wand.
When they were like $28 when Wizarding World first opened, yeah.
Aren't they like 85?
Now they're like 85, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Here's my wands right here. I'm dual wielding.
I had just as much fun, if not more fun, doing these side quests with the bands. So to me, it was worth it.
If it's for me, yes.
The longest wait I had, I think we waited 100 minutes for Donkey Kong, and we did it first thing. And I said, we're going to Donkey Kong first in case it breaks down. So we did it first. That was my son's favorite ride, but then he didn't want to do it again because he's not into coasters. But he if you ask him what his favorite ride was, he'd say Donkey Kong. The theming was good. I liked the animatronic in the ride queue. Great. We rode Mario Kart 4 times. I thought walking through that queue was amazing. It's like you're actually walking through the Bowser Castle and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And the ride was fun. I had a lot of fun. And it was always a competition to see who could get the most points. He won twice, I won twice. So, that was cool. The weakest point of the whole land for me was the Toadstool Cafe. And the reason why is it seems pretty big once you actually walk in there. But the problem is there's probably 3 times as much people as fit in that room trying to get in there. And I had to, and this is during previews while it's only pass holders and whatever, the hotel guests. And I had to wait like over an hour to get seated in there. And basically for what? A Krusty Burger, that's been rethemed to Mario Burger.
I went to Pizza Moon and that pizza slapped.
Yeah. So I will say this. The fries were pretty good. I did get a gluten-free bun because I have gluten allergy. And it was a grilled chicken with pesto sauce, a Luigi burger. It was good, but like I wouldn't wait 2 hours for that. But I did it for my kid to go to the Nintendo restaurant. When I go back, I will not be eating there.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of good food in that park too. So yeah,
I
you
need to
gotta
do
go
Bell
try
Steak
other
now.
stuff.
yeah. I think I
Is
wanted.
that's the only food other than that the outdoor stand that you were talking about. That was the big old mugs and the ice cream and stuff like that.
They have a
I think that's
Yoshi's.
the only
They have a
There's a
Yoshi snack bar that
smoothie
just
stand.
opened.
It's like a smoothie
There's a
snack
Yoshi
bar
snack
for
bar
Yoshi,
too.
yeah.
Also, okay.
It just opened right after Eric, or right when Eric walked in. It wasn't open when I was there.
Yeah, it was open. I walked past it. It was open for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it just opened that week. I want to go to Pizza Moon. I think I heard they have cauliflower crust pizza, so that would work. They didn't when they first opened, but I do now. From what
I told you, they were all in character. When I was eating, a random employee came up and sat down at my table and went, "Sir, I hope the stars are aligning for you." And I was like, "Thank you." And he goes, "Be well," and then gets up and wanders away. And I was like, "Okay, we're all in character here." And then I gave the rest of my pizza to a family and told them for some reason I didn't do anything to it. And then as you see in my video, as I walk away, I'm like, why did I say that? It makes it seem like I did something to it. It was cute. The pizza was like this big. I couldn't finish it. Then I didn't want to throw it away. So I was like, hey, do you guys want this pepperoni pizza? I promise I didn't do anything to it. And I was like, why would you say it like that?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of their food is kind of weird looking. Like I'm afraid to eat at Dark Universe because it looks
I love the maggots and stuff. Oh, it's so cool.
The stuff looks so weird. I'm just like, I don't know. Did you eat
I want
anything
that
from
bun
Dark
to turn my
Universe, either
food
of
green
you?
for 3 days, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I ate both times something in Dark Universe. We went to Burning Blade Tavern, and they have these little jalapeno cheese balls that are completely black. Like everything there looks like it's been burnt to a crisp. But it looks that way, but it tastes delicious, right? Yeah, they have a burger, also same thing. That bun is black, like not gray, it's black. I don't know how they get the color that rich, but
they put Coca-Cola in there.
I mean, it's pretty black. I have to ask you
the batter.
Did it do what everyone's saying it's doing to them?
What the blackness?
The green turds.
Oh, you know, I don't know. I didn't do a turd analysis.
Everybody is talking about that all over the internet. It's like the Burger King black bun burger debacle again, or purple bun burger.
Causes green poop.
Yeah, where it apparently turns your crap green for like 3 full days. Everybody's all over the internet about that for the Dark Universe food right now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I just didn't pay enough.
A lot of food died. A lot of food died.
The food looks good over at Isle of Burke and Mead Hall and the Spitfire Grill, and I think I'm gonna have a tough choice to. Am I gonna eat at How to Train Your Dragon, or am I gonna eat at Pizza Moon? That's my choice. We almost
went to the cone stand. Me and my buddies I'd met, and then I realized it was 90 degrees, and I was like, I don't think I want a cone of mac and cheese right now. I didn't go, but they're like, it's so good, and I was like, I've walked 8 miles so far today, and it's 90 degrees, and a cone of mac and cheese and bread just sounds like a really bad decision.
You just made a decision for me because you said 90 degrees hot. I go, okay, I either want to eat at Mead Hall or at Pizza Moon because those are both
Pizza Moon had air conditioning, and I could sit at a table and like enjoy.
So does Mead Hall,
but not the cone stand. Is
that at Spitfire Grill too, or is that?
Yeah, it's just a food stand. It's outside of the carnival ride, the Dragon Racers Challenge or whatever.
I think the things I want to do in that land is the roller coaster and the show. Those are the 2 things that are interest to me. I don't care about the other stuff. I'm just not.
Let's meet up.
I don't care. I've not seen the movies.
No, watch. Toothless is gonna just melt your heart when you get there. You're gonna be like, oh,
guys. I watched the first one. We didn't even get when I got back, and I've been converted. Those are really good movies. I watched the first one when I got back. I'd never seen them. When I got back, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch How to Train Your Dragon. And I watched the first one. That's as far as I've gone. But I was like, damn, that was pretty good.
It's great. And I think the second one's probably even better. I'm not sure
I haven't gotten there
one yet.
But I watched the first one last night, and I was like, all right, you got me. Okay. My cynical heart has been, persuaded. It's pretty good.
I'm surprised they went ahead with a Fantastic Beast themed land when that movie series is on hiatus.
And the ride is like, oh, but you're time traveling out of it.
Right. Right. Back to London. Now we go from Paris back to London.
Was going to be Fantastic Beasts, and they were like, nobody cares.
They need to bring that. They would need to bring that series back and whatever, and they would build another ride. Yeah, that's what they need to do.
The kind of numbers that Harry Potter did, because they're not as good.
Well, I enjoyed those first two movies. I didn't watch the third one because everybody says it sucked, and I don't want to ruin it.
Like Mads Mikkelsen should have been Grindelwald from the beginning, because he's a better actor than Johnny Depp. But it was very jarring to go from Johnny Depp to Mads Mikkelsen, especially considering that Johnny Depp was fired from all these roles for some BS. But that's not what we're talking about here, is it?
No, it's not. I'll go finish it, and I'll watch the How to Train Your Dragon. But
it's worth it. They're good.
We should use their system, though, of having a magical deer choose the president.
We're not going to get into a political conversation.
No, that's literally the plot point of the third movie is a magical deer is choosing the president. That's the third movie.
Oh, okay.
Did he just say something about magical? Magical? What did you say?
Oh God, no! See that? No, but literally the deer. Whoever the deer bows in front of becomes the magical president. And I was like, what a stupid way to elect the magical president.
What else is over there? Oh, Celestial Park. I found that it was just too open and not there. None of the people were there. And it felt like I was walking long distances just to get to a booth or a bathroom. I didn't like that feeling. I'm pretty sure it'll get busier, but at the same point, I don't know. I'm concerned about the flow of the traffic in this park because I feel like everyone's going to want to go into the lands. And now I hear they're going to have a virtual line for each of the lands if it's overcrowded, which is...
Yeah, it is possible.
They need more stuff in Celestial to draw people out. Yeah.
I went with a team member, and I had heard that, and so I got him to show me when we were going to the portals. He was like, "Yeah, notice." He's like, "There's a gate right here at the front of the portal. They can literally shut that down. So if they get the capacity, they can literally close the portal off and be like, sorry, folks, come back later." So I don't know. I think they'll be able to manage the traffic well, but I know what you mean. Yeah, about Celestial feeling very open. Because then you walk into the worlds and it feels much different. Right? If
they had one major ride on the other side, because the right side had the Stardust, if they at least had one major ride on the left side, I think that might help, but I don't know.
Dude, put some kind of, I actually was sitting there thinking, what would probably be really cool here is some kind of impressive drop tower in Celestial Park, in my opinion. Not only could you go for the reaching for the stars theme or whatever, there's nothing with extreme elevation in that part, and I think a drop tower would be a really elegant style, just cool drop tower. I think would work really well, or a star flyer.
But they're also not a Six Flags.
No, I know they're not a Six Flags. I'm not saying a star. I'm just saying, but something with some a tower-based attraction with some height to it.
Yeah,
I think it would do really well in that area. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just think it would. I don't know.
That would be nice. How late was the park open the day you went, Eric? It was closed at 9.
Technically closed at 9. I walked out of the gate. I was still talking to Chris. It was 10 o'clock, and I was I'm about to walk out.
I think I walked out at 9:45 p.m. It closed at 9. Yeah.
I was still in the gift shop at 9:55 when I was talking to Kristen.
They're open till 10 in June. I noticed, and I'm going June 16th.
You're going on one of 5 days in June that's open till 10. I looked through that whole calendar yesterday. It is open 5 days during the month of June till 10. Every other day it closes at 9 p.m. And most of the remaining preview days, it's only open till 8, which kind of stinks. So that brings me to my biggest point in criticism of this park. And I did say this in my survey after I went. This park is beautiful at night. It was designed for the night. The lighting design is incredible. Stardust Racers is amazing. To be in Dark Universe at night. I mean, all the lands look amazing at night. And I think it's going to be a big disservice to Universal if they don't get some extended hours in the summer. Magic Kingdom stays open till midnight sometimes. Okay.
I feel the same about Islands. Islands is beautiful at night. And they never
beautiful at night. So
why is Epic open? I'm going on a Monday and it's open till 10.
It's 5 random days. It's your Monday and the following Monday, and I think the Tuesday right after that, and then the 1st and I think the 31st.
So now it's going to be more crowded.
Yeah.
And I chose the Monday rather than the weekend. Now I should be like, I need to switch back to.
And so, in my opinion, in the summertime, like, you know, during daylight savings time, the 8-10 should be the earliest. That should be the early nights. And then other nights, that'd be awesome if it was open till 11 or even 12. But I really think it'll be a disservice if they don't figure something out
All summer,
to keep this park open later.
Yeah, all summer Islands is open till 10. It seems like 9
So,
o'clock.
So maybe they'll make that. That's what I'm hoping that they will make that adjustment.
Epic
later hours.
Epic is open till 10 on Tuesday the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And Monday, and then the 16th is till 10. The 17th on Tuesday it goes to 9. What the?
Yeah.
Why?
Till 9.
Like I said, I can't tell you why those days because it was random. It's a random 5 days in the month. None of them are a Saturday, so it's not like it's a weekend like Friday or Saturday. It's just like random Monday, random Tuesday, one of the Sundays I think, and then another Thursday or I have no idea what they're doing with these hours.
The park was designed for the nighttime. Once the sun goes down, that place is just like, I could stare at this forever. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, an S&S launch tower would be pretty good in Celestial Park, in my opinion.
It's not going to get dark till 9 o'clock then anyway. So all these days is open till 9. It's not even going to be dark.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, 9 o'clock sucks. That's what the 10 should be the minimum for this park. Like,
why don't they make their hours 11 to 10?
That's what they should do.
Hey, let's theme a whole park on space and then do it all during the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead, they're like, let's open to go 10 to 9. No, go to 11 to 10. Go 12 to 11. I don't.
Hey guys, hear me out. You know how Universal monsters all attack at night? Yeah. What if it was only when the sun was out?
Yeah, I think not only will people get a better experience, but I think it affected operations too, because I went on the first day that they stayed open till 10. It was Friday, March 15th or something like that, April 15th. And the day that I went, the second visit, the park was open 1 to 10 p.m. So they didn't even open till 1. So they were playing around with hours, but literally I had friends who were there the day before me when it was open till 9. And they said right around 8 p.m., everyone rushed to Stardust Racers, right?
Yeah,
what had been a 15 to 25 minute wait all day went up to an hour 15, just like that. The day I was there where they were open till 10, we also similarly went right around 8:15 when it was getting dusk over to Stardust, and it had only gone up to like 35, 40 minutes. Because now like people could spread out. Some people went to Monsters and then came back to Stardust. You know, if it's open till 10, you got more time to check out a few attractions at night. So you don't have everybody rushing to one or two places.
That's what happens at Islands too. You either go to Velocicoaster or Hagrid's.
Yeah.
And I would alternate every other night. And I loved riding Hagrid's at night because it seemed more intense than it actually is. It's better. I've
heard Airtime Mike says that too, Kristen. He says, he was like, it's not the best coaster at Islands, but it is the best night ride.
I've heard it as well from many people. I've heard it as well.
Yeah, and it is. I think it's a dope night ride too. Yeah.
I just love the Velocity night ride so much that I can't pull myself away.
You know what though? The Velocicoaster it's
my favorite thing at the Universal Resort. I just can't stop. I love that ride so much.
They're both so good at night. I don't know. I have a season pass. There were nights.
We probably all do.
When I was there last summer, I got laid off my job and everything, and I just like stayed in Florida for like a long period of time. I'd go in the park at 7 p.m. and I would be like, all right, I'd wait till about whatever, like whatever the last minute was, and I'd get in line for well, if they close at 10, 9:55, time to get in line for Velocicoaster. Time to get in line for Hagrid's. And that was fun, man. I don't have that kind of time to waste anymore, but that was great. Oh, man, if I lived in Florida, that would be what I'd be doing. I'd be like 7 o'clock, time to go to the park. Because then you could park for free, because my pass is like 50% off parking. You can go park for free, go in the park, get your night rides. It's great.
I'm afraid if I lived in Orlando, I'd get bored of it, and that's what scares me. Because part of me wants to live there, and part of me doesn't want to be oversaturated.
There's so many parks there, though. There's so many
No,
parks.
I know, but there doesn't. Eventually, everything gets tired, you know. And I'm afraid if I'm constantly around it, I'll lose my love. Because I've lost my love for Over Georgia. It's gone.
That's what I was about to say. We live in the Atlanta area, so we have a park very close to us. So that's the good indication. You're like,
I have to force myself
love
to
going
go
to Over Georgia all the time, and you're like, no, because once you've done it a lot, you're like, okay.
Yeah. I have to force myself to go to Over. That's why I don't really make content there anymore. Because I'm like, it's not going to seem good. It's not because I clearly am just like, I've done everything here 600 times, man.
See, and now I'm jealous because you have a park. You have a park actually. I have to go. My closest park is like 2 hours. So
yeah, I feel you. And don't get me wrong,
2 hours to Great America.
Well, no, I'm 2 hours to Kings Island. I'm slightly over 3 hours to Great America.
Great America. All right.
Yeah, the reason I like going to Great America because I drive through the area where I like originally was born and grow up and everything. I don't know, it's kind of nostalgic. I don't know. So I really have a warm spot for Great America, but like technically, like really, Kings Island's the closest really major park, you know. I guess technically Indiana Beach is the closest park, not by much, you know. I like Holiday World's 3 hours. That's a like a farm drive though. You drive through farms for 3 hours, you know. It's kind of a boring drive, but you know, it could be worse. Some people want to come there for the Hollywood Nights, and they live a lot further away than I do.
Yeah, getting to Hollywood Nights was a logistical nightmare I never want to repeat.
See, to me, I'm like, I just hop in the car. I get.
My God, I've never been so frustrated in my life.
Isn't one of the slogans for Indiana Beach? There's more in Indiana than just corn. they have shirts. It's like, it's more in Indiana than just corn.
We promise.
We promise. Come see this beach. That's why I think
beach in Indiana.
Come see this beach. Yeah,
it's got a really bad roller coaster with 3 loops. Come check it out.
Yeah, I'm picturing their mascot is like the crow, and he's like holding a piece of corn. He's like,
hold on, let me make sure I got the audio.
Hey, bottom line, everybody, Epic Universe is a great park, and it's going to evolve into something incredible. And Indiana Beach sucks.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, a commercial. Like, okay.
We interrupt this program to bring you this special bird's eye report. There has been a hurricane spotted on the shore of Lake Schaefer in Monticello, Indiana.
A hurricane?
In Indiana?
It's the
Well, those people are dead.
largest amusement resort and vacation playground. Indiana Beach on beautiful Lake Schaefer, Monticello, Indiana.
You just killed somebody's grandparents, Mr. Crow. Oh no, they're fine. Never mind.
These are the kind of commercials I had growing up. They're on all the time. What?
I said, you think their insurance is going to cover that?
And it was funny because I get those commercials all the time, and then I'd be like, "Could we go to Cedar Point?"
Oh man, you should look up Donna and the
Six Flags
Wolfman
Great
if you want
America.
to see some crazy local commercials. Anybody who grew up in Georgia knows Donna and the Wolfman.
Donna and the Wolfman.
Donna and the Wolfman.
Donna. Oh yeah. I've seen someone show.
Did you grow up here? Everybody.
I didn't. I grew up in Delaware, but somebody showed me that on YouTube.
Donna and the Wolfman were Georgia institutions, but that has nothing to do with this conversation. It is 10:40 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna die.
Okay. All right. You want me to end the podcast, Eric?
No, that's up to you. I'm just saying I might die on camera, and that's going to be on you. I'm not going anywhere, but if I die, it's just
all right.
Is anyone out there still watching? You guys still out there?
On my face like that.
So,
anybody still out there?
I don't know. Oh, God, my head. The Gooch is right up on the camera.
Okay. Yeah. I think there's somebody out there. There you go. Jamie said he's still here. He didn't give up on us. Thank you, Jamie. Mike Yoon. Kev's still watching. Michael's here. Okay, all right. They're still watching. All right. So you can't go anywhere yet, Eric. All right.
So for me, I still like Islands. Islands is my favorite park of all the parks that I've been to. But Epic is good. I'm looking forward to seeing more from Epic. I think it has a few opportunities like we talked about, but Stardust is really good. I need to get on the what's the roller coaster called? Is it Hiccups Wing Gliders?
Hiccups Wing Gliders. Yep.
Okay.
Hiccup is the main character in How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm not expecting anything from Werewolf, and I already been on Donkey Kong, so but I think if they had like one more thrill coaster, I think it would help a lot. And
I think they'll get it eventually.
Something more in Centennial Park. Yeah.
Centennial Park? Hold on, Atlanticor. What's going on?
Celestial Park.
I know, right?
Celestial Park. They need another ride in Harry Potter too, and that's going to be weird with the way they made that land. So I don't know. So
well, they've got an expansion pad. So
basically, Eric, you're saying you waited 6 years for this, and you were super excited, but Kristen wants you to wait another year or two. Because as far as she's concerned, she wishes that they'd went ahead and built a couple more attractions and filled out the park a little more. So I don't know.
Yeah, they did what they did. Well, they have a really good. Listen, to be fair, they have a good start.
I had a water bottle out of
it's better than most new parks that open for sure, and it's got a lot, and it's definitely a step towards the future and a good step forward for Universal. So overall, it's really good. I'd be a little picky there, saying what I would like, but there you go.
What is this? That's a cat. It's a black cat.
She didn't want to be on camera.
She said, "Screw this podcast."
Well, she meowed and came in. I thought she wanted to be a part of it.
I'll have to let you know when I go do more of the park, though, too. But I'm glad I've got to go so far. That was such a luxury, and I'm blessed.
No, it was great. I had a great time overall. Look, I really did. And that security guard outside the front gates is a G. I loved that guy.
Yeah.
The reason he was screaming help is because this bodybuilder dude had walked by, and he turns around and goes, "Whoa! Did you just get stung by a bee or something? You look like you're having an allergic reaction. This guy's about to kill me. Help! Help!" That's why he was screaming.
That guy was the most positive guy in the world. He's just standing out front, smiling and joking with everyone and welcoming.
He was having a great time. Yeah. Finn says hi, Will. That was Finn the cat. Well, she's a regular in my list.
All right. You got anything else to add, Gooch?
No, I think he summed it up pretty well. I think you got the makings of one of the world's elite parks here. Give it time. That's why I say give him some grace. I know it kind of stinks the people who paid a lot of money to go to the previews and are, having to deal with the same technical difficulties. But yeah, I think we got a great park on our hands here. It's a little something for everybody. I found like everybody's got a little different preference for their world, where they want to spend their time. Just like when you went with your son, you cater to the audience, right? You're like, my son's going to love Nintendo. We're going to spend most of the day in Nintendo. And that's how I think a lot of people are going to do. They'll have a place that they like a little bit more than another in the park. And, Universal's doing well. I'm excited for them because not only with this park, right, but they're building the full-time Horror Nights attraction in Vegas. They're building the Kids and Family Park in Texas, right? They just got approved to start building their park in London, right? Or just outside of London.
Outside of it, yeah, in like the suburbs.
Yeah. So Universal, they're doing it.
Off. And then Disney's like, we're doing one in the United Arab Emirates, I guess.
Yep, they just announced that, right? So
dude, that's money though.
I know.
I mean, like if you're a business, you'd be
Disney
like,
Abu Dhabi. Oh yeah, they're gonna make a ton of money.
I want to finish with one final comment. Batwing to Epic Universe. All right.
Oh,
What did you say?
He said Batwing to Epic Universe. Wow. Vekoma Flying
Well, it's gonna get torn down anyway.
Right. Yeah,
I hated
that ride
ride.
may go bye-bye.
Anyway, I hate that ride.
Oh, you hate it. Okay.
I don't like the Dutchman model. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not my thing.
Batwing?
At America.
At Six Flags America. Yeah.
Oh. Then Universal don't want any of that crap.
That was a joke.
Right. They just hear the name. Six Flags
See,
America.
I didn't even go to that park.
Yeah, it's fine. It exists, or it still exists. It will
See,
be.
and as a non-credit whore, you're not running off to get it. See, because I know as soon as they announced the closing, I already had a whole bunch of friends who have not been and don't have the credits. Like, well, got to plan a trip.
I was just passing by Baltimore on my way to Great Adventure to get King Ka, and I was like, you know what? We should peel off and go to America because I don't think it's got long.
And you were right. Yeah, I knew that park would be one of the first to go. Yeah. It was the most valuable land Six Flags was holding. So,
well, people always say Michigan's Adventure, and it's like, well, Michigan's Adventure is making money with them doing very little. So, it's like, is the park making money? And then is the land more valuable than the money we're making? And in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, we're making more money by keeping it open.
They did still have the original Tim Burton Batmobile at America, and I very much appreciated that. So I agree with Will. Bring that back to Overgeorge.
The Batmobile, there's one over in Great America.
I said they took Overgeorge's out, though. Even though Overgeorgia has the best Gotham City, in my opinion, but still.
I'm pretty sure Great America used to have the one that was from the original, like the type that was in the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton. But the one I was there, the last time I was there was not that one. So I don't know,
Put it in Epic Universe, DC area.
Dude, I guarantee you that the new leadership,
area.
of Six Flags would probably be like, we don't have to pay for DC anymore. Great, give it to Universal. But they just spent so much money making new DC areas, so it's probably not going to happen. But I don't think that the Cedar Fair management likes paying for licenses.
Yeah, Peanuts is probably pretty cheap.
Yeah, Peanuts is probably like, go ahead. We're more
popular.
Peanuts,
if you will.
Oh, I've got one more epic question for you guys. I don't know. No one mentioned shows. Did either of you see the shows? A show in the Wizarding World or in How to Train?
I'd want to see the one in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, Isla Burke. Yeah, I heard that show was pretty amazing. So
I've seen it. The one at the other park. I've seen it on YouTube before, and it was pretty cool.
I ran into a bunch of people that got express passes for Le Sugar Arcanus breaking down, though. Like a lot of people.
Yeah,
like,
Blue Man has one.
Because they kicked us out of the Harry Potter show.
Yeah, that's been going on.
The cakes out,
What do you have to promote, Gooch?
Well, anyone can always look me up on Instagram. You can find me at my name, Gerick Gooch, GerickGooch, just like you see it on the screen on Instagram. As you so wonderfully already said, please check out our YouTube channel, GP Coasters. GP Coasters. We have videos from all over the world. Soon to come, Japan, because that's our big trip this summer.
Ride with Us podcast.
Yes, and I am the correspondent on the Ace Ride with Us podcast, so you can listen to that anywhere where you listen to podcasts.
And you're running an event in Tampa.
That is correct. And we have the bluesiest event. You see I'm rocking my bluesiest hat. The Black Enthusiasts, the community that we've been putting together. That's GP Coasters. That's it, baby. So we're having a big event Saturday, June 21st at Busch Gardens, Tampa. We've got night ERT on Iron Gwazi. Got quick cues for everybody. We got a big barbecue lunch and Iron Gwazi engineer presentation. So anybody who's looking for something to do in late June 21st, tickets are on sale right now. You can find those links on my social media. And we hope to see you. Hey, thank you, Will Taylor. I see Will's following. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Always, I got content on Theme Park Plunge. Hopefully you're subscribed Just take a minute, hit the subscribe button.
Go ahead and subscribe.
Then you can see when we go
Guys, help me
live.
get to 12,000 on YouTube, please, for God's sake.
Yeah,
I'm so close.
Smoking Thrills can give him all the subs because he's already got 11,000.
11.9. I'm so close to 12. Dang it.
I just got 1,000. I just got 1,000.
Well, congratulations for reaching
Thanks.
that 1K mark.
Yes.
Okay, congrats. It took me forever.
Yeah. That's the hard part. Is getting that first 1,000. Is like that's the hard part.
Yep. All right. I'll see you next week. I'll have some videos. Eric will have some videos, and GP Coasters will probably have some videos. So look out for them.
Universe video dropped
Hit
today.
that notification bell, so you'll be notified when we come out with new videos. Right?
The last one was me eating ghost pepper tenders and riding Gold Rusher. And trying not
You
to
have 282 subs or 282 notifications.
Yeah, probably subs.
Probably subs.
All
right. I want to
thank. Anyway, moving on.
Thank you, Gooch, for coming. It was really great.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Thanks, Gooch. It was good talking to you, man.
And yeah, to getting to actually meet you there, Mr. Smoke.
Well.
All right.
So you're gonna see us at Atlanta Park together without you, Kristen. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
You're just not on our level.
You could move to Atlanta. You love Orlando so much. We're a lot closer.
The flights are so cheap, dude.
Flights are cheap. Big hub, Delta.
Just don't fly Frontier. If you check my TikTok, you'll know why.
Who's gonna pick me up at the airport if I fly to Atlanta?
I got you.
Okay.
You have multiple friends here. What do you mean? Who's going to take you
All right.
You guys just said you were sick over Georgia. Anyway.
No, I said it doesn't make me excited anymore. I'm still happy to go there. I'm just not yay, let's make content. And I can't come up with anything to make at this point. There's nothing left,
Okay, all right. I will. I bet you if I lost 20 pounds, I'd fit on Batman. So I need to make it a goal to get to Atlanta 20 pounds.
Dude, 74 since August. You can do it.
I fit on the Batman.
I lost weight like a month.
I fit on the Batman at Great America 20 pounds lighter. So but
okay, there you go.
All right. All right. And with that, we'll see you
Godspeed,
next time. Godspeed.
Coaster Patrol out.